When Maya arrived home after a long day navigating the busy streets of the city, she expected the usual quiet evening. Instead, something unusual immediately caught her attention. Parked neatly in the driveway was a sleek black luxury car she had never seen before. Its polished surface reflected the fading evening light, making it look almost too perfect to belong there. Maya paused on the sidewalk, staring at it with a mix of confusion and curiosity. Her husband Jake had mentioned nothing about buying a car. In fact, they had talked many times about their finances, and a purchase like that would definitely have come up in conversation. So, if Jake hadn't bought the car, who had? She slowly walked closer, her heels clicking against the pavement. The city around her hummed with distant traffic and the faint echo of music from a nearby apartment window, but all she could focus on was the unfamiliar vehicle. Maya glanced at her phone and scrolled through the messages Jake had sent earlier that day. They were normal, quick updates about work, a note about staying late at the office, and a reminder for her not to wait up for dinner. Nothing about a car, nothing about a surprise. Her heart began to beat a little faster as questions filled her mind. Could the car belong to a neighbor who accidentally parked in the wrong driveway? That seemed unlikely. The neighborhood was orderly and everyone knew their parking spots well. Maya walked around the car slowly, studying every detail as if it might reveal the answer. The windows were tinted, but when she leaned closer, she noticed something sitting on the passenger seat. A stylish designer handbag. It definitely wasn't hers. A cold wave of unease washed over her. Maya stepped back and looked at the house, its lights glowing warmly through the windows. Everything about it looked normal, yet suddenly it felt different. A small thought crept into her mind, one she didn't want to believe. Could Jake be hiding something from her? Inside the house, the air felt unusually quiet. Maya placed her purse on the kitchen counter and listened for any sound. Footsteps, a television, anything that would indicate someone was home. There was nothing. Just the low hum of the refrigerator and the faint ticking of the wall clock. She called Jake's name once, but the empty rooms answered with silence. At that moment, her phone buzzed. A text message from Jake appeared on the screen. "Working late tonight. Don't wait up." Maya stared at the message for a few seconds. Normally, it wouldn't bother her. Jake often stayed late at work, especially during important projects. But tonight, the message felt different. The mysterious car outside had changed the meaning of everything. Maya walked back to the window and looked at the driveway again. The car sat there like a silent question waiting to be answered. She picked up her phone and typed a quick message. "Did you buy a car?" She pressed send and watched the screen. 3 little dots appeared, signaling that Jake was typing a response. Then they disappeared. Minutes passed with no reply. That was when Maya made a decision. She grabbed her keys and stepped outside again. If answers weren't coming to her, she would find them herself. The evening air was cooler now as she approached the car. This time, she tried the door handle. To her surprise, it was unlocked. Carefully, she opened the door and leaned inside. The interior smelled new, the scent of fresh leather filling the air. On the center console lay a set of keys attached to a small metallic keychain. Maya picked it up and examined it closely. 2 engraved letters stood out on the keychain. A.R. She frowned and searched her memory. Those initials sounded familiar somehow. Then suddenly it clicked. Amanda Noss. The name flashed through her mind like a sudden spark. Jake had mentioned her a few times recently. She was a co-worker at his company, someone new on the development team. Maya remembered Jake describing her as talented and energetic during casual dinner conversations. A knot formed in Maya's stomach. She tried to push the thought away, but it lingered. Amanda Ross, A.R., and now a strange car in her driveway with those initials on the keys. Maya closed the car door slowly and stood there thinking. The quiet street around her suddenly felt heavy with suspicion. Over the past few months, Jake had indeed been working longer hours. He often came home tired and distracted, sometimes heading straight to his laptop after dinner. Maya had told herself it was just the pressure of the city life and demanding careers. But now, every memory seemed to shift under a new light. Her phone rang suddenly, breaking the silence. The number on the screen was unfamiliar. Maya hesitated before answering. "Hello?" she said cautiously. "Hi, is this Maya?" a woman's voice asked.
"Yes," Maya replied, her grip tightening on the phone. "This is Amanda Ross. I work with Jake." For a moment, Maya couldn't speak. Hearing the name out loud sent another wave of tension through her chest. "I think I might have accidentally left my car at your house," Amanda continued. "Jake borrowed it earlier today." Maya blinked, confused. "Your car?" she repeated slowly. "Yes," Amanda said. "The black one in your driveway. I realized I still have the spare key with me, so I figured it must still be there." Maya tried to process the information. Jake borrowed Amanda's car. Why would he do that? Amanda hesitated before speaking again. "Wait, you don't know, do you?" "Know what?" Maya asked. There was a brief pause on the other end of the line. Then Amanda laughed softly. "Jake told me not to spoil the surprise." "A surprise?" Maya repeated, her voice filled with disbelief. "Yes," Amanda explained. "He's been planning something for months. He asked if he could borrow my car for meetings because he didn't want you to suspect anything." Maya felt the tension in her shoulders loosen slightly, though confusion still lingered. Amanda continued. "Jake's been working extra hours to prepare a business idea, something for both of you. He said you're the most talented marketing strategist he knows, and he wants to start a consultancy together." Maya stood there silently, absorbing every word. "The car was just for today," Amanda added. "He needed something professional to meet potential clients. He planned to reveal everything tomorrow for your anniversary." As the call ended, Maya looked again at the car in the driveway. Only minutes ago, it had symbolized betrayal and doubt. Now, it represented something entirely different. Jake came home late that night, looking exhausted from work. When he walked through the door, Maya was waiting for him in the living room. "Long day?" she asked gently. Jake nodded and placed his bag down. Then he noticed the car outside through the window, and his expression changed instantly. Maya couldn't help but laugh. "Your surprise isn't ruined," she said. Jake froze for a moment before slowly smiling. In that moment, Maya realized something important. Living in a fast-moving city often creates distance between people. Long hours, busy schedules, and constant pressure can easily make small misunderstandings feel like huge problems. But sometimes, what looks like secrecy is actually sacrifice. The mysterious car in the driveway hadn't revealed a betrayal. Instead, it reminded Maya that trust requires patience and that love can still surprise you when you least expect it.